earth is going on now? Really? Seriously? For the first time it does this. Oh, okay. Fine. Fine. This is how we want to play today. Okay. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hot mess, right? Hot mess. I am so late for this morning stream. I am literally so late, and I'm just infringing on my time that I'm supposed to be getting ready for work. But even though I'm late, man, even though I'm late, this color. At first, I felt like, oh, this is a nice color. Now I just feel like because my hands are black as well, like they're a darker shade, and I feel like it just looks like now a color. It's like I'm digging graves or something. But oh yes, and by the way, it's very possible to have darker hands than your face. Because I saw on the story of Mommy Club, one of the storylines over there was saying that it's a very old story. One of the ladies was saying, "Umau cream, if you are bleaching your skin, then you will have your face that is so light, and then your hands that are so dark." Let me tell you something. Look at it. Look at it. My face is partially dark, and no, I mean my hands are partially darker than my face. So I think it happens. It happens. Okay. Anyways, this is a morning, and I just wanted to say good morning to you guys. Finally, we have sunshine over here, and I'm so glad. I'm so glad, guys. What is happening with this thing? Like, is it testing me? Because I thought like maybe if it's supposed to be having comments, the comments should be going up, not. You know what? We thank God. At least we made it to today. We are okay. But so I'm just here on like daily stories or today's stories, if you may call it that. And today's stories for me is partially that Americans fighting. They're not fighting only for their speech, but they're also fighting like over farm issues. So Donald Trump came into the picture, and he said that he is kicking out the immigrants. And little did he know that the immigrants are the people who work at their farms, because he's such a traditional man, right? But he didn't know that some of the immigrants, or most of the immigrants that come into the country, they work in the farms. And now the people who voted for him um, are now, like they are conflicted with their choice of voting for him, because now people that were supposed to help them in their homesteads are now gone because of him. And I was looking at the situation, and people who say that no, we're just regular farmers, we are poor. Let me tell you something. Here in Africa, I don't know in other countries, but here in Africa, listen, here in Africa, if you have a farm, you are rich. You are very rich. And because one, you don't buy most of your groceries, you have it in the farm. Two, um, beside, like, you get to save if you have a part-time job, and then the farming side, you are even better. So in South Africa, when you have a farm, you can't just say, "Ha, I'm just a regular farmer who's got no money." It's a lie. It's a lie, and people know this. So when the situation of those, you remember the Afrikaners that left South Africa and said they felt like there's a marking that is happening of Afrikaners, and most Afrikaners are like, not in our name. Um, they were chanting, I feel, because like everybody knows. Come to South Africa and see. Everybody knows that if you have a farm, you are richer than an average person. You have more security than an average person. So how is it when you're out here telling us that when you not secure, you are poor in South Africa when you have a farm. Most farmers here in South Africa are pretty darn rich, especially like most people. Let me just put it like this: most people who have land in South Africa, they're pretty darn rich. Okay, why does it keep saying that? Is it me or what? This thing keeps saying orientation is locked, rotate, device back. Okay. So I rotated it back. Now, I don't know what is going on with this thing, but it's freaking me out. But yeah, as I was saying, everybody knows that here in South Africa, if you have a farm, you are richer than an average person who has a daily job, okay? Because you don't only just have land to plant on your nice food, but you also have like a distribution, that can help you earn something. So, uh, like when people are saying, "Oh, I'm just an ordinary farmer," I don't believe you. I don't believe you at all. Guys, what is happening with my glasses? First it was this phone and now it's my glasses. Like, what is going on? I feel like I'm not seeing properly. But besides that, other people don't know that when you're in South Africa and you have a farm, you at a privilege a little bit, whether you're black or white, by the way. If you have a farm, you have a much better chance of income, survival. But it's a good morning. It's a good morning. Hi, 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 Flame Shadow. Wow, Flame Shadow is back. Please like the stream. Um, we are talking about the situations in South Africa that are happening right now. We finally have sunshine for the first time. I think maybe it's because it's the 2nd of December. Maybe that's why we're having sunshine already. Thank you guys for coming in. And now I'm starting to feel like now it's starting to feel like festive, but then not like after a very heavy thunderstorm from yesterday. Okay, there was a very, 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 very heavy thunderstorm from yesterday. Guys, please go ahead and like the stream if you are coming in there. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So that's what I was saying. I'm like, it's a known thing. So what drove me to this? It's because I was watching Ballerina Farm, and she is the supposed mom who is a farmer, and she is like, "Oh no, we are the poor cosplay." I'm like, nobody, we know this in South Africa, there is nobody who is telling you that they are poor and they have a farm in South Africa. No, we don't believe that. I mean, do I love her recipes? I do love the recipes. And but the only technique that she didn't get right, and I'm glad that Nara Smith got this right. Remember the time when Nara Smith was being cornered and people were saying things and they were like, she doesn't do all the work for herself. She's not doing one, two, and three. She's got so many kids. How is she getting these things done? She quickly got ahead of it. She said, one, I have a husband. Two, he helps me with the dishes and the kids. So whenever I'm shooting, there might be a mountain of dishes in front of me that you don't get to see, but he does like the thing of the cleaning up. I do the cooking. And I'm like, okay, fine, great job. And then she said, and I've got my mom coming in to town, my brother coming into town, my sisters coming into town to help me out. Even though I don't know how I would feel about like people constantly in my house, because I would like to firstly experience my house with my kids and my husband if I ever get there. But I do have a kid and I am enjoying every part of it. So I'm saying Ballerina Farm should have gotten ahead of it. When people said that there is no way that you are Ballerina Farm and you have this nice big farm and you are just out here struggling out. She was supposed to get ahead of that and say the truth. Okay, guys, okay, I'm coming out in the open. I am a rich woman. Okay, fine. Maybe to her, she does not feel like she's rich enough because they will never feel like they're rich enough. But she was supposed to come out and tell us that I can afford. And if you can afford, then go ahead and be like, all right, if I can afford, what did you say? I did like the stream. Thank you so much, Flame Shadow. Thank you. And others who are coming in, please like the stream, okay? So as I was saying, like Ballerina Farm should have gotten ahead of the situation and say, I can afford. I'm not poor, but this is the type of lifestyle I would like to have. Hi, dog. Hello, hello, hello. You have a question? Go ahead and ask. Go ahead and ask your question. So I feel like oh, that would be so nice. Yes, you can go ahead and give. I don't know how they give on this stream actually. I really don't know how they give on these streams because I keep trying to. I think I should be doing this thing whereby I am. Hi, it's Cameron. Hi, thank you for coming in. Um, yes, I don't know how they give on the stream, but I feel like you should be able to. What do they say again? You should be like to enable it in the system. But you know what, I'm still trying to figure it out. I promise you, if I figure it out, maybe in the evening I will let people know that I figured it out, how people can give and donate. I would really love that because you want to give, but I don't know how they I really don't know how they do this thing whereby they stream and they can donate. I don't know. I'm just here and I'm just a girl having conversations in the morning. It's morning in South Africa. It's around about I think 9:30 right now. And I am out here saying like, so as I was saying, guys, Ballerina Farm should have came forward and said, I can afford, I'm not poor. It's just that I like wearing raggedy clothes and that's okay with me. Everybody, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Everybody subscribe. Please do. So I'm like, they should have gotten ahead of that because now things are coming out and slipping out. I mean, like, if you are a big giant, the moment you stand up, have you ever seen how how like rich people when they stand up, they stand more people standing up? Have you ever seen that? Or when they do like a search about you, like, how much is this person worth? In order to keep a house going because people calculate the things that you can keep going around you, maybe your light bill, your wi-fi bill, all those things, like I'm talking about small families, so now if you're a big family like Ballerina Farm, you've got so many kids and you have this big farm and people are counting those things like how can she afford one, two, and three? And remember, she's also wearing some of those, delicate designs that you don't see the label, but you also can like search it and just find out the price. By the way, guys, ginger Mary is expensive. Miladies is expensive. Like she's not wearing those, but she's wearing like stuff that have hidden labels that are very expensive. So yeah. Um. Hi, Liam. Yeah. Okay. So I think like if people could get ahead of like saying the truth and just telling the truth. So maybe because other moms in America are fighting that like Ballerina Farm is not telling the real story because farmers in America are poor. Here in South Africa, farmers are rich. Here in South Africa, farmers very rich. They are very rich, and I kid you not, those people can afford the best schools. Those people can afford a nice house where they can eat proper food, nourished food from the animals and also planted food, from their yard. Here in South Africa or here in Africa, you are rich if you have a farm. You are rich if you have a farm. Unless if you are too lazy and you don't know how many people out here need jobs just to feed their family, just to even get a 350. Yeah, South Africa, rich, 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 rich. Speaking of 350s here in South Africa, okay, fine. Like there are different types of grants here in South Africa. Okay, so there's a grant for kids, and if you're a single mom, you have a grant, and there is a grant for elders. I'm the only. Am I the only one here? No, you're not the only one here. There are other people. Hi, though, Cammy. You're not the only one here. Sometimes that you don't see because this thing. goes up and down. I don't know why it does that, but people come in and go out. So, as I was saying, like, here in South Africa, you are rich when you have the money. No, man, when you have a farm, it equates to money, because here in South Africa, you don't have to jump too many hoops in order to be a supplier for a certain company, you know. But if you have a farm and you are distributing and you are not lazy to put in the work, you have a fairly good chance. There are people out here who are doing poultry farming here in South Africa, because poultry farming is a good business as well, you know. But poultry farming, you can also start it in your backyard, you know. So I'm thinking, like, by the way, poultry farming is whereby you have chickens that give you eggs. So I'm thinking, like, these people who are busy saying, "Oh no, we are farmers and we are poor," I'm like, it's a lie. It is a lie from the pits of hell, guys. Because, like, yeah, in the essay, you are rich. You are rich. So now, speaking of the 350 thing, like I was saying, that, like, listen, we've got different grants over here. There's a grant for kids, there is a grant for elders, and then there was this grant that they took out during the COVID. I don't know how that helps, but there are other people who are eating from that grant. Ne? So I hear in America it's being cut. I hear their grant thing is being cut, and other people were outrageous and telling people that how dare they ask for food stamps, how dare they get other beneficiaries, how dare they feel entitled to that. No, guys, they're not entitled to that, but they need it. They need those things. You won't believe how much 500 rands can do for just one family. And I mean, like, just here in South Africa. We, with 500 rands, let me see what you can do. A braai pack, and that, I mean, like, chicken, you could get like 80 rand, maybe 60 bucks if you get a decent label, 60 bucks. Then you can go ahead and buy that 100 rands polony, the big one for the kids. You can get almost 3 loaves of bread because it's 10 rand each. So with 500 bucks, and then now, okay, you've only spent like 250, if I'm not mistaken, over there. Then you can get yourself a nice combo of 10 kgs, which is your rice, your pap, and flour. Then you can see how you come out with the sugar. Like, I'm just saying, 500 rands. That's what 500 rand does in an average family in South Africa. So if people are saying that, like, those people in America are not entitled to have such money, then, like, what do you mean, guys? It's not that people just choose to not have jobs, you know. Are you using also in South Africa? Wait, what is this saying exactly? No, I'm not single. I stay with the father of my child, and we are both working. So I'm just saying, though, like, what can an average 500 rand do for, like, families, you know? So when they are cutting, like, the funds, or when they are cutting, like, the money, because I saw how much it helps me. I'm an unmarried woman, and here in South Africa, you're regarded as a single mom when it's like that. So they give you that grant, and I can tell you, it goes a long way. 500 rand for a baby, it can buy you diapers. It can also buy you milk formula if if your child is not on, like, on breast milk. And by the way, it's not by choice that you feed your child from breast milk. It's not by choice. Some of us just don't have the milk in the system. So what I'm trying to say is, like, the families that need food stamps in America, the families that need these, what do they call it, SNAP, what I don't know what they call it, SNAP, and I don't know what that means, but it's like a beneficiary that will help the family get food or something like that. They are not doing it on purpose that they are, like, being entitled. They are begging because they need it. It does help. It does close the gap, because sometimes you find that, oh, uncle works in a construction, and maybe that's enough to keep a roof over the head and to pay the light bill. Where does the money for the food come from? It comes from such things. So I feel like I saw so many videos of like people who are like mad at people who wanted food stamps, who are like mad about that SNAP is getting cancelled. And I was like, I'm South African and I can relate. I can relate from being in a country that like job opportunities are really rare. In South Africa, I think most people, if they want to survive here in South Africa, you are going to have to survive via like business, and you need to know how to hustle really, really hard. I mean, when I started working, I used to clean houses, and per day maybe my target used to be like at least clean three houses or at least two houses per day, and that will include like you're gonna do the cleaning, and then after doing the cleaning you're gonna do the washing, and you're gonna do the ironing. So if you at least get three houses, and I'm like, I wasn't going for like, no, give me 1,000 bucks. I can't do that. I'm begging for a job. So I would say maybe like 300 rands. You can give me 300 rands, or you can give me like 200 rands if I'm cleaning only. But if you're gonna add washing, give me 300 rands. And that used to like if I did maybe two houses. And maybe they're like, no, I can only give you 200 rand, so that's 400 rand. So at least then I can go buy the 10 kg and maybe bright pack. Then the next day I go to other houses again, maybe two other houses, maybe I get another three, another like 400 rands or another 600 rands, and then that money would now summon into like grocery. You need to know how to hustle hard, and you need to know how to beg people, because other people just want to see you like begging them. And that's why I'm saying like I can really relate. I can really relate to people who are trying to say don't cut the SNAP, don't cut the grants that the government gives out, because at the end of the day, are you going to be the one who's supplying them with these jobs? Are you going to give them jobs then? Because in most cases, when they cut these grants as well, they don't give jobs. So I'm like, nah, man, nah. Don't say people are being entitled because they want. No, they are really begging. Okay, sharp. Maybe you are giving them 500 rands. By the way, I'm saying 500 rands. I don't know how much they give in America. I don't know if it's $5 or $500. I don't know how it works. But I'm just saying, like, I'm counting it from my side as a South African. If a person is saying they're gonna give you 500 rands, you're like, okay, I'm gonna hustle for the rest, doing other things so that I can keep a roof over my head. And that's not a person who is saying I'm entitled. That's a person saying I'm trying. That's a person saying they are really trying. So from my side, the stories of today, it's one of those. And that's why I was like, why is Ballerina Farm cosplaying poor people? Because she keeps saying that we had to work hard. I'm not lying. It's hard work to work on a farm, yes. It's hard work to maintain the farm, yes. It's hard work to start, you know, in the farm, yes. But the way she's talking as if like she had to go to the point whereby she's hustling door to door in order to buy the land, when she didn't do that. When her father-in-law invested in them, when the husband invested in them, and that's how they got the land. Like, stop cosplaying such things. It's wrong. Okay, it's wrong. And like, okay, fine. Even if you are saying that, okay, you are cosplaying that, but come out in front of it to say like, yes, I put in the work for it, but I can't afford it. I can't afford to buy a farm. I can't afford to buy land where I can sustain myself and my family. Just put it in front of people so that people don't come to you and say you are cosplaying. You know, that's all I was saying, because that's what Nara Smith did. She came out in front of it, point blank, and I was like, that was good for her brand, because now guess what they're doing to Ballerina Farm? Every time she posts a video, they are literally calculating from what she's wearing to the chopping board that she's using. By the way, people are saying that that chopping board is madly expensive, and people are literally even calculating how much of the boots of her kids that they bought are. So I'm just saying, guys. I'm just saying, come out ahead in front of it if you really want to do authentic content about it. Then people looking at you and saying you are mocking our situations. Because the farmers in America, they're like, we are dirt poor. It's really hard for us to get to the point of where Ballerina Farm is. Here in South Africa, on the other side, I won't lie to you. You have land, you have a farm, you're rich in South Africa. You are rich because at least you can get the rent out of your mind, and you can plant some of the fruits and vegetables in your house, you know. Hi, Annie. Please go ahead and like the stream if you are coming in. I know I'm late today. I know I am late today. I am literally infringing on my time to get ready for work, but we are here. So that's all I'm just trying to say, guys. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, let's just say situations are not the same. Yeah, in South Africa, you're rich if you have a farm. In America, you are regarded as poor, but we all know that most people have farms. Thank you, Annie. Most people who have land so big, man, come on, like seriously. You have like you can try and maintain something to go, and unless if in America they make you jump hoops in order to get to the distribution. Here in South Africa, they don't make you jump hoops in order to get to the distribution side when you want to distribute to Spar, ShopRite. By the way, guys, I'm also curious, what shops do you guys have on your side that are regular grocery shops? Because here in South Africa, we have Pick and Pay, we have Checkers, we have ShopRite. ShopRite being the most affordable for most South Africans, because I think 80% of the population here in South Africa, it's mostly black people who living within the poverty line or middle class line, and that's the most affordable shop is mostly ShopRite. But if you're feeling like Black Friday, you're feeling like you can afford Checkers, Pick and Pay, what's this again? Spa. Spa also usually has good sales. I was looking at the Black Friday and it was happening at Spa. So, like by the way, I heard that in America, oh my gosh, guys, I'm railing off topic here, but I heard that in America they boycotted the Black Friday, and the white people were just pissed that people were boycotting Black Friday. But I feel like how can I put this? I can't say they're entitled, but they have that right to say, I don't want to do it because it's a practice that brings us sorrows. Black Friday, most people, they, how can I put this? Most people say Black Friday is associated. Yes, most people associate Black Friday with the slavery sales. So they don't feel like they should be participating in something that used to demean themselves, them as Africans that came to a country to be sold. And so I get why they were boycotting the Black Friday, but did it work, guys? Did it work? By the way, I'm starting to even think like Black Friday is not even Black Friday like that much now. I mean, here in South Africa, okay, fine, we're associating with Black Friday with sale, of course. Um, that's sideways. Yeah, but here in South Africa, we don't associate Black Friday with slavery. Okay, yes, it came from that, but to us, it's just sales, especially to people who are uninformed. It's just sales. I don't think there was a lot of sales this Black Friday. I won't lie to you. Thanks to Macro, though. Shout out to Macro, because they have these sales that they do like monthly. They last for maybe like a week or so, and then they go on to the next sale. So, like, if you didn't catch this sale of this week, don't worry, you'll catch the next month one or the other one, which helped me buy my microwave, by the way. I don't want to unbox on TV because, like, I do want to unbox online because I'm like, other people already have microwaves, micro ovens. Other people already have like washing machines, and I bought my first tiny one because I live in a small space, and that's what the Black Friday did for me. I'm just saying. But I heard that they boycotted it in America, and white people were pissed about it. And I'm like, I think the reason why some black people boycotted it, it was because of what it associated with. It demeans the meaning of being African, because we all know where they associated with. Apparently, it used to be like a sale of slaveries, of slaves. Yeah, it used to be like a sale where people are marked down. Imagine being marked down, you know, as a product like my microwave over there that was marked down for sale. So I get why some people did boycott it in America. But tell me, what was it like in your country? Do you also do Black Fridays in your country? What do you guys? What are the things that go on sale? Because over here, most things that go on sale. I saw even Temu held a Black Friday, and I was really like, I don't have the money for Temu right now. Hi, Valerie. I was like, I don't have the money for Temu right now, but I really wish that I did have, so that I could nami splurge on some things, because I still want the tablets. I wouldn't be streaming like over here, okay? Please go ahead, like the stream if you are coming in. Please do. I wouldn't be streaming from a phone. I'd be streaming from a tablet. Look at that. But to each their own, guys. You see, this weather is changing again. It just won't let us have a sunrise here while it's the festive season. I wonder what it's like in other provinces, because I'm in Joburg and it's just raining. It's just pouring. It's just pissing on us, by the way. But then, uh, you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Let's hope we all get bonuses this festive season, because it would soothe our hearts. Some of us will buy ice cream and some chocolates to numb the pain of this weather. Okay? Yes. And eat it and eat it and eat it. By the way, this year I ate so much ice cream because last year I was deprived of ice cream. I was not allowed to eat ice cream because apparently, when you're pregnant and you eat ice cream, when you're going to give birth, you're going to be shivering. So you will not only be doing the shimmy dance because the contractions are contracting, you'll be doing the shimmy dance because it's cold. You're feeling cold, né? And I still felt cold. I won't lie to you. I won't lie to you. I still felt cold. So it just didn't make no difference that I was deprived of ice cream. How dare you deprive a pregnant woman ice cream? But to each their own, okay? I'm not there. So, guys, what is happening? Tell me, what is happening in your country this festive season? Do you guys have parties? What is the thing that people do? I know that some other countries like China, they have their own Christmas. In India, also, they have their own Christmas thing. By the way, I love Diwali. I love Diwali. It's where by we get to eat all nice stuff that are coming from the Indian culture, the Islamic culture, because they have Eid as well. And you get to eat all these nice recipes. Guys, by the way, other cultures have nice recipes that you could try out, So you get to eat all these nice foods from other cultures, especially with Eid and Diwali. Diwali, when I was growing up in Durban, there was like, we had these neighbors, like majority of our neighbors were like Indian. So they used to make these cute boxes, like cute package boxes, and you'd find some chocolates on one. So it would be like a nice biggish box, and in that box it would be divided. And when it's divided, you'd find like chocolates on the other side, and you'd find like samosas on the other side, and you'd find like maybe a treat of a biscuit on the other side. It used to be so cute. It used to be so cute. That was back then, when we could just eat from our neighbors without people saying that you're gonna be bewitched. Okay? We used to just go out there, and our neighbors would come out with these sweets and stuff, and they would give us and say Happy Diwali, and we would see the fireworks. Because, okay, fine, we celebrate fireworks when it's New Year's. I'm speaking for myself, who's not Indian. We celebrate fireworks on New Year's Eve. So Diwali was such a good excuse to see those fireworks and eat candy and eat all the nice stuff from the other cultures. Guys, I love tasting food from other cultures. I feel like that's those are one of the things I would go visit China for. That is really on my bucket list to just visit China to taste the different types of food, and also India. I don't know. Those are the places I want to go to, just to taste these different. Which other country that has like like exotic foods? I think in Dubai I would just go for their chocolate, but I really want to taste some of the food in other different countries. I love that. I'm a foodie, by the way. But you know what, guys? I need to go. I got to go now. I got to go. I need to go to work. I need to prepare for work. But thank you for coming in. Thank you for liking the stream, and also just comment down what you think of this thing of cutting the grants. Whether even if you're not from the same country, even if you're not from America, or even if you're not from South Africa, but tell me what you think, because you know what, these things help other people. And if you can't help people, at the very least don't hurt them. That's all I just got to say, guys. Now I'm gonna have to love and leave you, but thank you so much for coming in. Thank you so much for liking the stream. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for the people who subscribed. We will keep pushing. I will keep doing my best to show up here, okay? And we're just gonna talk and vibe, okay? Bye.